So, something I've been really thinking about lately, and I feel like maybe if you're seeing this is going to be something you've been experiencing, but I feel like it's been almost, I'll say, like the better part of a year now. And usually, when a new activation is happening in my life, Spirit will show me, like, sometimes, at least up until this point in time, 6 months to a year prior, like things will start unfolding that like show kind of like foreshadow what's next. And one of those things that I want to talk about is more exposure. I definitely am still a smaller channel. I feel like I have a ways to go in terms of like where I ultimately want to be, but I am very grateful for all the support. This past year, I quit my job. If you saw I quit like my normal day job, February of this year. We're now heading to mid-December. Things have gone really well for me for both of my businesses. I've definitely seen some growth, and development there. But some of the things I noticed, so in April, after I quit my job, I kind of was in a place where I was like, I don't know if I should get a new job or just like tough it out and like wait and see what happens, because I could feel something was coming, like something big was coming, and I just wasn't sure exactly what was going. And like sometimes when you're at the beginning stages of that, like when you really take that leap and it's like just you and Spirit in the waiting room, or really you in the waiting room talking to Spirit and like just trusting that, sometimes you get worried and you're like, oh fuck, did I fuck up? Like, did I make the right decision? And so I put feelers out at one point on like some kind of like Facebook group or something like that, and it was like I was in like one of my crop tops with like one of my favorite shirts, and when I uploaded the picture looked like, unless you clicked on it, the thumbnail of it looked like I wasn't wearing a shirt. And to be honest with you, like I wasn't like making a formal job application. I was just like putting out feelers and just to see, because like at that point I was like, something's better than nothing, like, you know what I mean? And I got so many fucked up comments from people in this one particular group. Like all these people were triggered. And they came after me for like I got slut shamed, or I got shamed for asking for my worth. I got, like, you name it, like I got called names. Like there was a bunch of stuff that happened that I got, like, people came after me for. And it occurred to me, I was like, one, I think, whenever that happens, if you've ever dealt with this, it's because when people attack you, it's because they're triggered, because maybe you're stepping into your power in a way that they're not strong enough to, or in a way that makes them uncomfortable, because it's like you're not sticking to the status quo, like you're not conforming. Like that makes me uncomfortable because I haven't found that power within myself to, like, go after my dreams or really kind of take a hold of my own life or make my own decisions without kind of being affected by social norms and like the things around me. But there's that, and then there's also this piece that I'm like, and I'll get to it in a second, like it's kind of what this video is about. Like when you start to see like more exposure creep up, some people, it just, their stuff blows up overnight. There's other people though, a lot of people, like it happens gradually and like compounds over time. And I've definitely seen growth over the last almost year. So I know I'm headed in the right direction. I still have more goals in terms of content is concerned, but I also started noticing it, like I would make like posts for my business, like in like local groups to get like one-on-one clients or private events. And like there are people that will like that are like very like religiously fanatical, which I don't care if, you know, if you believe in like a certain religion, like do you. You guys, if you know me, you know I'm not with like that forcing your fucking beliefs on people. I don't like that. Not a fan. And I find that I've been attracting lately so many people, like so many, from not just one religion or the other, like just a lot of people that are like that. Like really, I think I'm almost being like challenged or like pushed into a position of like standing my ground and like being firm in my own beliefs, because it's helping me. It's helping me grow. And I also think that hang on guys, that's one of the other things. Like I'll get such hate for posting, like I said, my businesses, and it's like I'm so glad. There's certain experiences I had as a child where like a lot of people around me were not very emotionally intelligent, and you probably come from a space like that as well if you're watching this, where it's like everybody around you would like gaslight you, even if you knew like this is not right or these people are not treating me right or whatever it is, like, but people around you might have like really gaslit you. And I remember coming to terms one day, I think it was actually when I got my Reiki level 1. I had this epiphany around that time where like one of the reasons why like I had to get comfortable with being like misunderstood and comfortable with like trusting myself was because I am not meant to do things that other people have done. Like I'm not like, or that this is what it was. I never got the validation I needed growing up, was because I had to go on that journey to learn to be able to validate myself, because there are things that I'm going to do that like other people haven't done before. And like people are going to criticize me. People are going to say whatever they feel like they need to say. People are going to be triggered and like lash out irrationally towards me, or like feel like they have to force their views on me or what have you. And you've probably experienced this too. But I'm realizing now it's just like I'm stepping into a space. Sometimes like if I got time, like maybe I'll have something to say. After I said my piece though, a few weeks ago, because there were a couple people kept commenting every week, so I finally put my foot down and like said something, because like you're not about to come on my social media, my business posts, and try to sabotage my business. And or like just because you don't believe, like for example, somebody recently said that shame on me because I'm scamming people. Like how? Like just because you don't believe in what I do, and it's okay if you don't, but just because you don't believe in what I do, or you say you don't, because you still took the time to write that, just because you don't believe in what I do doesn't mean that it's not real. Like, you know what I mean? Or just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean that it's not real. Like, people delude themselves into shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like, trust me, like, I've met enough like good people in my life where if like what I do was like not like, if like my, how do I say this, my spiritual sessions weren't hitting, like I would have just admitted that to myself and taken the L, you know what I mean? But I'm actually helping people, and like I don't feel like I have to explain myself, but I think it's just interesting. Like I'm just having a lot of insight around like being a more like seen. There we go. And those are some of the things I'm realizing also, like, and like I said, this is all tying into each other. Like the past year, just because when you become more magnetic, when you get to a certain level, I think, and have healed certain wounds and like uncovered that and got to a certain vibration, you will be more seen, you will be more magnetic to people. But with that, you like, that's around those same times you'll probably notice you get sent lessons around boundaries, around communication, around standing up for yourself, around being very intentional about where you put your energy. And that's happened to me too. Like there have been people around me that like wanted to be my friend, or wanted to date me, or wanted to do A, B, and C, just wanted to be around me because of like, I don't know if it was like they see something in me or like my position and like they see my potential or what it is, but it's like and those people, like I knew very quickly, intuitively, like these people, maybe they're not even bad people, most of them are not, but like they're not for me. And like, but like more than ever, I was actually talking to one of my friends about this recently, like this past year, this has never happened to me in my whole life, until this year that we're in. So many people, like I said, are being drawn. And you might start experiencing this too, like you're becoming more seen. And remember, you have to be intentional. You have to defend your position, whether that's like spiritually doing like protective meditations. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking a little bit, so I need to get back on that every morning. But whether it's like strengthening that, whether it's like taking more time out for self-care and not spreading yourself so thin when it comes to like showing up. Also like the discernment, I feel like, you know, down the road, like I started mastering discernment a few years ago because it was going to help me moving forward for things like this, for decisions that I have to make on my path. And I feel like I'm definitely just like scratching the surface of that right now. And I'm definitely like in a period of reflection. One, because I think the retrograde energy is still kind of like fizzling out right now, but also because the 9-year, like next year, like I can feel something big is coming. You probably felt it too, like something huge is coming. And it's a 1 year. I'm very excited for the 1 year that's coming. I think there's a lot of great things about to happen for a lot of us. Also interested because it will be my personal year 9. So that's going to be a very interesting energy of like me still letting go of certain things, but also leveling up in certain ways. But I'm actually thankful to Spirit that like certain things I feel like if I am able to like dip my toe in instead of jumping head first, I think I've been better prepared in that way. There are certain things where I'm like, just take the leap. But I feel like I'm almost always given like a heads up when it's time, and like not when it's time to jump, but when it's time for me to know that it might be time to jump or that I am going to start going through certain experiences. And like I said, like it's very important if you're experiencing all these things, you're being more seen, you're more magnetic. Like just because you're more magnetic and like you've healed to a certain place doesn't mean that there won't be people around you that won't try to pull on your energy, that won't try to like have bad intentions towards you. Like on every vibration, like there are gonna be like spirits of all kinds. I think it's less prevalent once you're more intentional about what you surround yourself with, but it happens, you know what I mean? Like certain, like even just like earth spirits like walk the earth freely. It's the same with like people have free will. So when it comes to that, just make sure you're doubling down, trust yourself, don't let people gaslight you. And if you're experiencing this, like you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Something's happening. And if you do have like a social media presence and it is growing, or if you are just becoming more seen in your everyday life and like becoming more comfortable with the idea of that and the reality of it too, I feel like this is definitely in store for you as well. So yeah, comment down below your experience. Don't forget to subscribe, like. I am trying to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers in the next year. So I love you. Thanks for coming. I hope this helps, and I love you, and I can't wait to see all the big things that you're about to be seen for. So bye. See you next time.